Hello everyone, Bone Harvester here. In this video, we will examine knight g5, d5, e takes d5, knight takes d5, and knight takes f7 variation in fright liver attack. This variation is a very strong variation, and generally players not like playing this variation because it's a very difficult variation to play. But there is a something problem, some problem. King take f7 is strongest answer in fright liver attack, and this move is best choice for black. But it's I understand it's very difficult to play that because players not like to play always. That's because other players are choosing knight a5, maybe b5 variations. But this variation is one of strongest answer in right liver attack. As you can see, in after examinated side variations or other variations, black has some opportunities to get equality in game. Okay, let's start then. King f7, queen f3 check, king e6 single move because some players are hiding king on g8. I won too much games in lighting tournaments. Uh, as you can see, black will be checkmated from a2 g8 diagonal, and king e6, knight c3, putting pressure on d5 knight and knight cb4. Now black can play knight c e7, knight cb4. This is two continuations, but strongest one is knight b4, with the idea playing c6, knight e6, and knight c7 for overprotecting d5 square and d5 knight. This is black's fortress. If white manage to destroy this fortress, white can win this game easily. Knight cb4, queen e4. I advise you play queen e4 here. There is some other moves, maybe a3. Shiro played this move before, and some players are playing d4. There is some other moves, yes, but in my analysis and in my game repertoire, I worked on really so much with this opening, and that's because maybe have to say 60 deep depth engine analyzes saying same thing. Queen e4 is best move here. c6, black started the build its own fortress here. a3, now black cannot take c2 because queen is defending. Knight e6, just keep going, I will keep going main variation, and after that we will take a look side variations. Castle king side, knight a c7 and f4, trying to preparing to open files and diagonals for attacking central king, uncastled central king. Yes, an unlogic move, as you can see. In this position, king f7 is more logic and more human move. Maybe king e7 and king e7 is impossible because knight drop. King f7 and king e8. Yes, I can understand. Maybe king g7 right now. G8, sorry, because Now d5 knight is overprotecting. That's because white cannot checkmate on this diagonal. But king e7 is strange because blocking bishop's way, blocking queen's way. This move is always coming to be unlogic move. d4 trying to open files. Knight f6, queen takes e5, king d7, bishop d3. This is very important move. Queen e8, knight a4, queen e5, f takes e5, knight is attacking, under attack, knight fd5, c4, bishop d3, very important because of this move. Bishop freeing up a c4 square for pawn, and this pawn attacking knight right now. Knight e7, knight c5, king e8, bishop d2, g6, and knight e4. As you can see, white is piece down. These two, yeah, no, central. These two pawns versus one piece. But as you can see, white has very strong options here. White can play very strong moves here, and in my opinion, this variation is best variation. Yes, normally I never exchange queen here. I know I have some other alternative variations for this variation, but how to say, this variation is in my opinion best. Yes, I accept exchange queens, but now game is completely different for and difficult for black. Black has no good squares for developed its own knights and also bishops. And one more thing, rooks are stuck. Very gemets situation, and rooks are initiate 7th rank quickly. Maybe knight f7, maybe knight f6, and after that central move pawn moves. As you can see, this variation is really strong, and engine says this is completely equal with nearly 30 depth. Okay, this is main variation, strongest answer and strongest variation for black. If black play side variations and some variations of not very strong. For example, let's start from side variations. Instead of king e7, mesela, for example, bishop c5 here, bishop c5, king h1, king f7, and f takes e5 check, king e8, and d4. Now bishop is under attack. Bishop c5 is not very strong move. Also, bishop c5 helped us for hide our king in on h1 square, and also we took back tempo again, return. Bishop e7, knight e2, bishop e6, bishop d3, g6, and c4. Again, central moves, central pawn moves, and also white has a good pawn majority in center. And for example, knight f5 attacking e6 right now. Okay, let's take a look. Other variation. Early king f7, f takes e5, king e7. And this variation little bit different, but I think main variation is better. d4, bishop e6, bishop d3, knight c6, bc6, main variation is a little bit better, but this variation is, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not remember wrong, second strongest option for black. Yes, I'm sure about it. Second strongest option, because in this position I waste nearly 1 week for finding best move, which is good. Bishop e2, bishop d3, maybe b5. Sorry, knight a5, knight a4. I was checked so much moves, and bishop d3 is best move. Knight c3, b6, b takes c3, and black will use light squares on center, and black will try to stop white's pawn advance from center. Yes, this variation is second strongest option for black. Knight d5, c4, knight b6, and white has no b pawn. White has no b pawn. That's because c4 is weak right now. It's black's point. Why black played knight c3, and after that knight d5, and putting pressure putting pressure on c4. Rook b1, and it's doublet pawn. If black takes this one, we will take b7, and after that it will be very strong for whites. Rook b8 defending, and c5, knight a4, bishop d2, queen d5, queen d5, bishop d5, and e6. This variation is very strong too. Black cannot take this pawn. It's tactical. White is winning after that. And let's take a look position. White's mobility and activity very dangerous. Bishops are very strong, and game is open. Rooks are active, and 7th rank initiation is ready for rook. Everything is okay and good here. Let's take a look. This pawn is impossible to take. Rook fe1. I remember. Oh, sorry, rook fe1. Okay, rook fe1, and king f7, rook e2, bishop e7. No, bishop e7. Black cannot play this rook because of b rook is attacking this pawn. Knight c5, d c5, bishop c5. No, bishop e7. Single choice. Rook b1, and bishop h4, g3, or rook e6 better because two rook. Maybe g3. As you can see, white is better here. I just wanted to show you this pawn is impossible to take. Now two piece hanging. White is strong pressure on e file, and white can manage easily to 7th rank initiation. And after that, as you can see, white's pieces very active lights minor pieces. And also one more important thing, knight a4 is stuck from a4 square, and it's some kind of misplaced piece. Okay, we can take a look other variations. Now we inspected king e7, bishop c5, and king f7 here. Okay. Now let's take a look. Knight ec7. We inspected this one because this is main variation. And knight c5 and b5. Let's try to take a look like knight c5 here. Attacking queen, queen f3, king d7, running away from center, logic move. Bishop d5, c takes d5, queen takes d5, king e7, king e5 check, queen e5 check, knight e6, and d4, trying to put pressure on pinned knight. Bishop d6, queen f5, g6, queen d3, and after that queen h3, aiming h7 square, and h5, bishop h6, rook f5, and after that white is completely better here. Lines are open, files are open, and pawn d5 is ready. This pawn is weak. Knight e4 and knight g5, maybe knight c5. Everything is prepared and ready. There is no anything that prevents whites attacking for the black king. Okay, knight c5. We took a look like c5. Now let's take a look b5 here. b5, bishop a3, bishop a2. Bishop wants keep pressure on this diagonal and holding pinned this knight. Knight c7, and it's as we talked before, black's fortress here. Black must hold this fortress or black will lose. f4, a quick attack from center, and preparing to open lines and files. King f7, f takes e5, king e8, king h1, bishop e6, and knight e2. What is difference here? What is different here? b5 is preventing c4 move. It's a nullity for blacks. Bishop c5, d4, rook f8, bishop d2, rook f1, bishop e7, and after that queen h7. After queen h7, white is better here. King d8, queen g7, and after some exchange, white has 4 pawn for piece, and these 2 pawns and maybe central passive pawns, after some exchange, these pawns can be promoted easily because king will help, maybe rook, king, and one minor pieces. It's enough. Okay, as you can see, b5 move is preventing c4 and kicking back this knight from center for central pawn advances, and after that we are taking queenside pawns. If black not play this one, after black goes there, and now white can play b3 c4 for kicking back this knight and maybe central pressure because of now bishop or behind of pawn with this diagonal. Bishop is not on d3. That's because d4, d5 move is more playable, more comfortably. Okay. We inspected knight c5, b5, knight ac7 here. Now let's take a look here. Knight a6 is main variation already. That's because let's try to play b5, bishop b3. This is another idea. Black is preventing to bishop go a2 because of knight will take it, and after that bishop b3. White will cannot play b3 c4 because bishop is blocking b3 square. Now knight e6, knight d5, knight d5, c takes d5, d4, and this is pinned. This is pinned. d4, knight c7, bishop f4, king d7, bishop d5, bishop a6, and game over. This position is now. Let's take a look. Black has two bishops against rook. Okay. In normally and nearly equal situations, maybe one pawn, maybe 2 pawn, while black is down 2 pawn, black can play with win game with two bishops. Two bishop always dominates rook. I accept this one, but the problem is here. White can play b3 c4 quickly, and this passed pawns. These passed pawns are very strong and dangerous, and also black king's position is very bad because queens still holding board, and that's because this queen very dangerous from everywhere, threatening with checks, forks from everywhere, and also white's rooks will be very dangerous from behind of pawns while this pawn advances. That's because I want to play white side here. In my opinion, it's the best position for white. This position is better, I mean. Okay, let's take a look. Instead of knight takes d5, d4 is playable here. This is alternative moves. Bishop b7, bishop f4, king f7, bishop e5, queen d7, castle kingside, rook e8, rook a e1, h4, f4. This is one and another alternative variation, but and after king goes g8 and rook will be active from h6. After that black's position is more defendable, and black has more hope. And after this position, just think on it. You want to play this variation, very complex, and black has some chances here. You want to play this variation. Just take a look. Just think. b3 c4 take, rook b1, rook e1, rook c1, rook d1, and central advances. King is center, king is open, king is naked. White queen can check from everywhere. It's very dangerous. I prefer to play this variation. Okay. And also now black is no material advantage. 3, 5 pawn. 7 pawn. I can say this one. Rook and 2 pawn equal bishop pair here. Black is no material advantage here. Okay, knight. Let's take a look at other variation. And other variation is knight take on c2 and check and fork a1, rook, queen takes c2, bishop c5, king f7, b4, bishop d4, bishop b2, and rook a8, knight d5, c takes d5, bishop takes d4, e takes d4, bishop a2. Now there is no any material advantage. Black took its, white took its material back. 6 pawn, 6 pawn. Also, white's central pawns are doubled, and 1 pawn is pinned. And after that, white can play rook e1, rook c1 quickly and dominates lines. And after that, and also one more thing, h7 is hanging. Taking h7 always good in this opening, because black has no any kingside attack chances. That's because white is better here. King g8, defending h7, queen d3, attacking pawn, bishop a6, and now white's pawn up, and symmetrical piece endgame. White has kingside pawn majority. Yes, one side variation here. 11 king f7, castle kingside, bishop e6, b4, preventing bishop c5 and gaining some space from queenside. Bishop d6, f4, e takes f4, bishop b2, and now the position is very dangerous for black. As you can see, this bishop pair and these open lines, files, and maybe these lines for queen, very dangerous. Rook 8, rook e, after rook e1, I'm just thinking. Yes, this position is very dangerous. White can take h7 here instead of rook e1. It's up to your taste. And one more thing, it's tradable. This is tradable too. After rook e1, if king not goes g7, for example, I just want to show you, you can play g3 for putting pressure this piece, and if he play this one for protecting f5, now as you can see h7 is drop and game is over. That's because king g8 is necessary. Yeah, queen better. Play queen h7 if you want. Okay, this is one of another variation. Now let's take a look. Yes, we finished everything about knight cb before. Knight cb4, we inspected all variations and all side variations. We talked about ideas, fortresses, attacking ideas, defending ideas, everything in my opinion. Now let's take a look knight ce7. It's another choice for black, but not very strong in my opinion, because it's squeezing black's camp so much. That's because I don't like this move. I prefer, if I play black side, I prefer knight b4 a6 and c7 quickly. Yes, knight c e8, e7, d4, quick attack from center, c6, d takes e5, b5, attacking bishop. And bishop b3, knight g6, castle kingside, bishop e7, rook d1, putting more pressure, and black played e7 knight because of black needs to develop its own bishop. Bishop b7, protecting knights, e4, e6, bishop e3, knight h4, queen e4, b4, and there's some tactical issues. Bishop b6, queen d7, queen g4, knight f5, and knight e2. I added this variation because this is not very strong. Okay, I accept, but if you know your opponent is playing knight ce7, and then because you need to study these variations. As you can see, black and white made so much different positional plays. You can't find these moves in game. You cannot find these moves in game. Trust me. That's because you have to study these variation clearly. And now you have to know some one or two variation is better for. It's enough for normal games, but when you are playing a chess tournament, for example, um, Boston Open, it's an open tournament, and if you know your player, your opponent is playing this variation, then you can open this video and or PGN or your worksheet. You have to study variations deeply, and you have to understand everything, squares, ideas, which is strategical ideas, and why we are playing this one, how to get better position, and after that you can face your opponent with big surprise and you can win this game quickly. Okay, we inspected the main variation from knight ce7, and now let's take a look side variations, and let's start from last side variation. Rook f8 here, attacking queen, rook h3 check, king f7, and as we talked before, h7 is always targets for queen, and now this move is not very effective. Queen is not dropping here. I remember white is winning here. e6, black king must protect g6 knight, and if black goes f6, middle of battlefield, bishop d4, knight e5, queen e4. It's just black's king. Yeah, black didn't win anything. Just black's king went more deeper to inside battlefield of inside of battlefield. That's because it's completely fail idea. Rook h8 because of e6. Okay, rook f8, and after that, as you can see, white is better. And let's take a look. Three variations here. Knight g6 is main variation. We talked about knight g6. Now let's start from bishop b7. Bishop b7's idea is protecting fortress behind of pawn. As I said before, this fortress is very important for black. e4 attacking pawn center, and black want to take, and after take with pawn, and after that, as you understand, d5 knight will be weaker. King d7, castle kingside, king c8, knight e4. Now we don't have to attack this knight. We can go bishop c5, knight c5, and maybe knight d6 in future. King b8, running away from battlefield. Knight d6, queen d7. As we talked before, now we can take a takes b4, b5, c takes b5, and now rook's way is opened. This knight is very dangerous. f7 is very weak. Queen can initiate, and after that maybe queen can go e8. It's very dangerous, looks very dangerous. Rook, and after that rook d1. As you can see, white's developed. Nearly white's all of pieces developed, and trying now attacking black pieces. Rook stuck, bishop stuck, rook stuck. Black's these pieces are not developed. Also, king is very problematic. King's position is very problematic, and white has very strong ideas and squares. For example, f7. And also one more thing. This is we forgetting this pawn, but this pawn is a passed pawn, and this pawn can be deadly in game, in middle game. That's because we can take back piece for threatening promote. As you can see, this variation is very playable for white. Now let's take a look at another variation. We inspected bishop b7 here, queen e8, knight e4, again central squares, king d7, king take on e5 is really bad move. Just don't think on it. Black will be checkmated in some moves. King d7, a4, and it's with the same idea, attacking b5, and after c takes b5, this knight will be weaker, and also a5 will be open because king running away from queen side. B takes e4, e6, king d8, rook e4, knight g6, castle kingside, and now king in center. White is very strong pressure. White is very good, and white has very strong pressure here. That's because, as you can see, rook d1, maybe rook c4, rook d1, rook d4, c4. White have very strong options for opening game. Okay, we inspected knight g6, queen e6, and bishop b7. Now last variation, knight f5, quick knight f5. I don't like this variation. Some players are played to me this variation, and I lost quickly because this is it was a blitz game, and this have some strong ideas. For example, bishop e7, rook f8, and attacking queen from some squares. This is problematic move. Rook, castle king side, bishop b4, knight d5, c takes d5, bishop b3, b5, a4, a5, exchange on b5, knight h4, queen e4, and black is not very good. White is better, but if black know nothing, if black knows nothing, black can just play. Black can just play bishop e7 and now how to play, just think on it. Maybe bishop d2 for bishop, maybe for this diagonal. After that, these moves, black's position is bad, okay, but white position is not very clear. Just take a look what engine says. Maybe 3 points, maybe 2 points better in my opinion, white. Yes, nearly 2 points better. Okay, and after that, b5, knight a5. Okay, we inspected all of variations knight cb4, and we inspected all of variations about knight ce7. This is everything about d5, e takes d5, knight takes d5, and knight take on f7. We inspected all of black's ideas and options here. I hope you like video and these variations, and I wish you win some strong games against strong players, and see you later. Thank you for watching.